Petrified Forest. A brief history of the Petrified Forest. What has been described as one of the finest examples in the world of an ancient forest is preserved here at the Petrified Forest, in Calistoga, Cal. This unique site at the gateway to the Napa Valley was created following a violent volcanic explosion 3.4 million years ago. 7 miles northeast of this property lies the remains of an extinct volcano that today we call Mount St. Helena. The incredibly powerful blast knocked down the forest of now extinct redwood trees, Sequoia langsdorffii in SWNE orientation. Thick layers of volcanic ash billowing from the volcano rapidly buried the trees, creating an anaerobic, oxygen-deprived environment which discouraged the presence of the bacteria that decompose organic material. The thousands of years following the event were characterized by the formation of mineral-rich water which percolated through the ashy deposits, saturating the pores of the organic tissues of the redwoods with silica, moving it through the cellular spaces. During this process the saturated water evaporated, and the excess minerals were deposited in the cells and tissues, creating the three-dimensional fossil through the process of permineralization, and perfectly preserving even the most minute detail of the wood. The petrified trees at this site remained buried for 3.4 million years until, in 1870, an intrepid Swedish homesteader by the name of Charles Evans, Petrified Charlie, while raking his pasture, discovered the top of an old hollow log that was as hard as stone. His initial curiosity led a number of scientists to visit the property in order to learn more about these natural wonders in California. One such visitor was the famed American paleontologist C. Marsh. Through his observations of the site, and the analysis of the petrified wood back at Yale University, he wrote A Fossil Forest in the Tertiary of California, published in the American Journal of Science and Arts in 1871. These initial studies of the petrified forest were continued in the late 1920s by world-renowned paleobotanist Ralph W. Cheney from UC Berkeley, who wrote Redwoods of the Past, which started a career-long study of redwoods in the fossil record. This collaboration with UC Berkeley continues today, allowing us to further develop our understanding of this petrified forest as it is today, as well as teaching us about the environments of the past. In later years, petrified pine and oak trees were discovered on the outer edges of the ancient redwood forest. Associated with the petrified trees are fossil teeth and pressions of numerous other conifers and new hardwoods. This includes needles of spruce, Douglas fir, and hemlock and broad leaves of alder, myrtle, tan oak, California laurel, rhododendron, and huckleberry, as well as a new species of oak, Quercus bachii, named after the owner Mazzaro Lli Bacchi, who discovered it during excavation of the tunnel tree and which was later identified in 1930 by Erlingdorf, a noted geologist and professor at Princeton University. Through the years, the petrified forest has also been a sanctuary and place of interest for many other notable individuals. In 1880, Robert Louis Stevenson recorded his visit to the petrified forest in his book, The Silverado Squatters, while exploring the local environments with his new wife, Fanny Stevenson. Luther Burbank, one of the most important horticulturalists the world has ever known, also took time out of his busy schedule to contribute to our understanding of the petrified forest. During his visits he assisted in the study of a number of our native plants and trees on the property, and helped dedicate a large piece of petrified wood to Central Park in New York. Since the time of Charles Evans, this incomparable property has passed through several different owners, but it was not until Ali Bacchi purchased the land in 1914 that the park really started to take shape as we see it today. Ali came in with the vision of creating a site with the goals of scientific discovery, preservation, and education moving into the future. Her family has now owned, managed, and expanded this property for over 100 years, passing on their knowledge and passion for the land, and a preservation ethic and educational philosophy that still stands strong today. In celebration of their hard work and dedication, the family held a 100th anniversary celebration in 2014. The family looks forward to the continued sharing and celebration of the petrified forest as we begin the next 100 years. We look forward to you joining us for the adventures to come. We encourage you to stay connected with the petrified forest through the website www.petrifiedforest.org, Facebook, www.facebook.com/Calistoga Petrified Forest, and Instagram at Petrified Forest Calistoga pages following your visit. Geological History. Approximately 3.4 million years ago, a volcano eruption at Mount St. Helena caused the trees to become petrified. The process took thousands of years to complete. Diane Erwin, from the University of California, Berkeley, stated in 2012 that the Petrified Forest shows that redwood trees were once located more inland, unlike their contemporary descendants that are primarily coastal. The Palynological Society calls the forest one of the finest examples in the world of an ancient forest. 19th century. The forest was discovered in 1870 by Othniel Charles Marsh. Marsh determined that the petrified trees were Sequoia langsdorffii from the Sequoia genus. There is also one petrified pine tree in the forest. Robert Louis Stevenson mentioned the forest in his book The Silverado Squatters, 1883. Today, since the early 20th century, the same Calistoga-based family has maintained and operated the forest. The forest was bought by Alior Baki from M.C. Meeker around 1912. The total purchase cost was $14,000. Baki continued to purchase surrounding land and acquired a total of 845 acres. Baki opened the property to tourists around 1914 and charged 50 cents per person. Baki died in 1950. Her sister became the owner of the property. Baki's direct descendants maintain it today. It was listed on the California Historical Landmarks list on January 31, 1978. In 2012, the family started to send fossilized pollen samples to the University of California, Berkeley for research. Many of the petrified trees in the forest have nicknames, including the Queen, which is 8 feet wide and 65 feet long. The Queen was 2,000 years old when the volcano erupted. Additional trees include the pit tree and the giant. There are a cluster of trees named after Alior Baki and a tree named after Robert Louis Stevenson.